Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. In the first evening of his Japan trip, President Bongbong Marcos tackled strengthening collaborations between the Philippine government and Japanese companies. This during his dinner meeting with Japanese firm Mitsui and Metro Pacific Investment Corporation last night. The president pushed for a stronger working relationship with Japan's private sector in terms of trade and investment. The chief executive said revitalizing these partnerships will help drive economic growth in the country.
We can point to so many of the developments that happened in the Philippines with the assistance of the different Japanese funding agencies and government-to-government arrangements, commercial arrangements. And these have been to the benefit of both our countries. And we look forward to the discussions that we will be having here for the next few days, as we have very much...
President Bongbong Marcos arrived in Japan yesterday for a 5-day official working visit, which a political analyst believes would be fruitful. Analyst Richard Heydarian says that despite making humbler investment pledges than other countries, Japan keeps true to its commitment. Heydarian also says Japan remains to be Manila's most comprehensive and important economic partner.
You know, with the Japanese, when they make a pledge, that money is going to come sooner than later, or sometimes later than sooner, and it's going to be quality investments. And it's going to be an investment that is not going to create jobs just for the donor countries. It creates a lot of jobs domestically because they rely on domestic workers, domestic management even sometimes, and hopefully also technology transfer. So
in other news, the recruitment agency of Jollibee Ranara received a tongue lashing from senators over their ineffective monitoring of her condition in Kuwait, where she was brutally killed by her employer's son. The details from Mayan Los Baños.
Inutil yung monitoring nyo. Your monitoring system works. You're saying every day you check, you monitor. A day before she died, ganito yung situation. If you don't have the heart for the OFWs, ganito lagi mangyayari, araw-araw ganito mangyayari, taon-taon ganito nangyayari, sawan-sawa na kami mag-hearing dito.
Senators slashed out at the local recruiter of Jollibee Ranara, the slain OFW in Kuwait, for supposedly being remiss in checking on her. However, Catalyst International Manpower Services insists that they have enough monitoring mechanism, but Ranara did not report the abuses she was experiencing.
Wala naman po siyang traces na sinaktan siya or merong hostile working environment. And as a matter of fact, tine-check din po namin yung mga TikTok, yung mga Facebook.
During the hearing, Attorney Castillon also said that Ranara was allegedly pregnant and was in a romantic relationship with the son of her employer, the suspect in her killing.
What proof do you have
It was
para sabihin na there's a relationship? Kasi pangit ito, nagsasalita ka, patay na yung tao. She can no longer defend herself.
yes, Mr. Chair.
Give me proof.
But based on the autopsy report from Kuwait, OWA said Ranara was not pregnant. Senators moved to delete the said claims of Castillon, and the lawyer apologized. The Department of Migrant Workers already canceled the license of Catalyst International Manpower, while senators ordered the DMW not to grant the agency any license from here on. The DMW was also not spared from the hearing after Senator Raffy Tulfo expressed his dismay towards Secretary Toots Ople for not implementing a total deployment ban to Kuwait. The DMW said that before Secretary Ople flew to Japan, she ordered the implementation of a targeted deployment ban for first-time domestic helpers in Kuwait.
Targeted ban po. So by that, we mean yun pong ban na i-impose ay para po sa mga household workers bound for Kuwait na mga new hires po. In the immediate, ito yung ating iban muna.
OWA is also pushing for significant reforms that will be tackled in the upcoming bilateral talks with Kuwait, while contracts of first-time OFWs are deferred. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
We will be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The father and son duo of Preacher Sibak Party List Representative Eddie Villanueva and Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva deployed parallel parliamentary tactics to delay the SOGI Equality Bill. The bill proposes to prohibit discrimination on the basis of sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression, or SOGI. With the backing of 8 senators, Senator Villanueva moved to have the SOGI bill sent to the Powerful Rules Committee, which he chairs, instead of having it sent to the Senate floor. Senators who agreed to have the bill moved back to committee level say evangelical groups were not given enough time to air their views on the measure. But Senator Risa Ontiveros argued in her manifestation that lawmakers have been listening to and hearing religious groups for 23 years.
This has to get the approval and the concurrence of our dear colleagues. Number 2, Madam President, we wanted to find out who else were not invited and who else wanted to speak.
I have no illusions that the bill will sail through this chamber quickly, and I'm ready to defend it on the floor as a sponsor defends any bill with arguments and logic. What I was not ready for was for this bill to be in some kind of suspension or limbo.
Meanwhile, at the lower house, the older Villanueva sought but failed to delay the hearing for the SOGI bill by claiming that it was illegal. Congressman Eddie Villanueva argued that the hearing was a form of forum shopping by the Committee on Women and Gender Equality. This refers to filing the same action in separate courts. The hearing was temporarily suspended, but once resumed, Bataan Representative Geraldine Roman announced that the bill stays with the Gender Committee and that the meeting will resume. With this, Villanueva walked out of the meeting, saying he will not partake in anything illegal.
I just maintained a conversation via phone with Majority Leader Manix Dalipe, and he told me that the Rules Committee has decided not to change the referral of the SOGI bills. Therefore, the tackling of the said bills will remain within the Committee on Women and Gender Equality. May I suggest that the arguments you have presented to us be presented to the Rules Committee?
If such a reasonable appeal is to be ignored because of the allowing tyranny of the minority, I am sorry to say I cannot involve myself in an illegal hearing like this, and therefore I am excusing myself with due respect to all.
Here are other headlines we're keeping our eyes on. Actor Coach Luis Manzano and 5 others are now facing complaints for alleged large-scale estafa after supposedly duping investors into a multi-million investment scam. Manzano has since denied involvement in managing Flex Fuel, saying that he had already resigned as its chairman last year. In sports, LA Lakers superstar LeBron James is now the NBA's all-time scoring leader, shattering an almost 4-decade-old record. The history-making shot was a fadeaway jumper from the left elbow from James late in the third quarter in their game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Lakers, though, fell to the Thunder 133-130. And following their successful reunion concert, OPM legend Eraserheads announces that they're going on a world tour. The tour, which will bring the band to the US and Canada, is set to kick off in May. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.